Still rolling.
Hi, this is Jill and Chris of DisArt, and we're back here with our second installment of the DisArt Changing Imagination series.
Yeah, it's going to be a series that looks at the ways in which Grand Rapids is changing its mind about disability. Today, a clip from our interview with Miranda Krosniak, the executive director of the Urban Institute for Contemporary Arts.
I mean, once you open up the possibility of accessibility, it's why would you turn your back on it?
Yeah.
I mean, the cost difference really isn't that much.
Right.
It's just time and energy and
Right.
approach.
Right.
So our approach is just slightly different now that we know the Smithsonian standards for accessibility
Yeah.
and we know what the community wants and needs.
Yeah. Right.
It just takes the extra couple hours and the extra couple hundred to get new prints.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
And we're lucky we have a new building. I mean, the building's 2010,
Right.
so all of our ramps are there. We have elevator access to every level, so
Yeah.
we're walking into a space that's already, or rolling into a space,
Yeah,
frankly.
right,
We are
yeah.
entering a space.
Yeah.
Let's watch my ableist language.
Yeah. Right. Right. right.
That
right.
is already,
Yeah.
within the standards of accessibility.
Yeah.
So,
But it's a mind shift. It's really in your consciousness of how you think about things from the get-go. And we were just talking about that with Amelia Pegman, managing director at Art Prize, about how people are starting to have it in their consciousness and that it becomes natural.
It does feel very natural. We did change a few things this year compared to last year.
Yeah.
You'll notice, have you gone through the space yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
as you notice, you went through this space, there's more maneuverability.
Yep.
So we didn't put any artworks on any hallways or
Right.
any thorough
Yeah.
passes just to be able to get people through the space because
Yeah.
we noticed that there were some kind of bulk ups.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so if you came out and you had a stroller and there were 20 people in front of you, you can't move.
Yeah. Sure.
And so we've really taken the art and put them in designated spaces
Yeah.
with a lot of free flow. And just like we did with our Lived Experiment, we do have safe spaces for people who have children or adults on the spectrum. So
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
our private bathrooms have a chair or two chairs, so
Sure.
a family member can have a small space that locks that they can stay in
Yeah.
if they need that as well.
Right.
Our elevators are accessible and they're pretty. I've heard they're pretty
rocking.
decent
They're
to
good.
go into.
Well, and they speak to you, which is great, right?
They do. They talk. They tell you whatever floor you're
Yeah,
on.
and I think, again, that's the real benefit of walking into a new building, right? Is to say that some of the design mechanisms for access were already here. It's just so perfect.
You know, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, that's really important.
You know,
yeah,
life's just
yeah.
like Star Trek here.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it
I
is.
just
That's
assume
right.
that the building's going to
It
talk to me
speaks
all
to
the
you.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
As always, feel free to reach out to us at disartfestival.org with any ideas or comments that you have.
Thanks, everybody.